Okay, welcome back to How to Book It from Your Basement. I'm Estes and this is Sean. Sean is trying to be funny, obviously failing. So, what makes something funny? How can you take comedic material and find what really gets those laughs? Let's talk about some main clues. The first is if you are not laughing while working on it, the audience probably won't be either. Meaning if you haven't found what's truly funny about the material or you don't get the joke, then you can't communicate it. So make sure you understand the humor of the scene. The next big piece is pacing. Most comedy moves fast. There are exceptions to this, but a lot of sitcom material and comedy in general follows the equation a lot of Hollywood directors will tell you is key. Faster plus louder equals funnier. Now, that doesn't always work, but for the most part, it is a pretty solid formula. Laughter comes from building the tension in a scene and then releasing it. Here's an example of the same dialogue performed at a slower and faster pace. You know why I pulled you over?
I'm very sorry, officer, but I have a very valid explanation.
Go ahead.
I'm literally about to have an accident in my pants right here and right now.
I don't believe you.
It's happening.
That's why you were doing 70 miles an hour.
Yes, sir. Can I please just go to the restroom?
License and registration. You know why I pulled you over?
I'm so sorry, officer, but I have a very valid explanation.
Oh, what would that be?
I'm literally about to use the restroom in my pants right here, right now!
I don't believe you.
Please, officer, can I please just go to the bathroom?
No, I've heard the bathroom thing before. License and registration. We highly recommend working on comedy in an acting class and getting in front of audiences to understand how to create the big laughs. If you're not in front of audiences, you can't understand what they think is funny about your performance. But picking up the pace is usually key, and remembering, if you think it's funny, have confidence in that. It probably is. Less common, but definitely an exception to this, is when the same tension is created by silence or slow movement. Sometimes a laugh comes out of that. Ah! Also notice Sean's high pitch. Great tool for guys to use for comedy, as we are men and we're usually in the lower register in our chest voice. So the high pitch is unexpected and funny. And Sean breaks the slow, sneaky tension with a quick high-pitched response, and we get a fun moment. The reverse is true for women as well. Women lots of times reside in their higher register, so when they go down to their chest voice, it can create some laughter as well and some silly, unexpected kinds of funny. At the heart of comedy is looking for the timing in the script that they're asking for, and then finding the truth of it behaviorally, and then having a good time with it. If you aren't having fun, the jokes aren't happening. Also remember that funny to the audience isn't necessarily funny to the character. So playing the character's behavior and want is really key over trying to be funny or make a joke. The joke is written, it is your job to play the character. Jokes have more than one part and depend on circumstances more than a funny behavior. That being said, once you get the joke, having fun with it and not being afraid to get silly will always help and color the humor to a greater level. Again, performance experience and training dealing with all this is the best way to understand how comedy works. Get in front of audiences, find where the laughs are, learn live what people like. You can take that with you to the camera. That's the basics of how to work with comedy in most scenes. Our next video will go more in depth on what makes drama work. How do we connect personally to enhance the drama? How do we play things so the moments have real life truth and weight? Let's talk about all that and more on the next How to Book It from Your Basement.